I'll start with the bad news. You will likely never feel like you've completely mastered art. Why did I choose to have an art channel when art is so hard to say? Even the best of the best can admit they want to get better and recognize there is more to learn. If they don't, well, that's not a good sign. The ability to just create something perfect every time without fail, first try, just is not possible. But life isn't about mastery anyway. Mastery is literally impossible. I'm sure even Da Vinci has problems with the Mona Lisa. I like my art. I don't always like individual pieces, but I like it enough to put it up for sale. Even if nobody bought anything, I would still like it and have decent confidence in my abilities. So, how can you be as confident? I have a massive fucking ego. Thanks for watching. Okay, so I'm not sure if I'm the most qualified person to talk about this, or the least. I've just always had an it is what it is type ego. If I feel like I'm going into a wow, this kind of sucks mindset, here's some things that help. Your attitude cannot be completely changed from one video. That's on you. I'm not your therapist, but for 20k I could be. So here's how I think, and learning my evil little tricks for staying afloat might give you the tools to push your mindset in the right direction. To change your mindset into a grind set. Is it the process? Having something you can't stop looking at? Making something that makes other people happy? For me, I like the idea of knowing someone out there could be going as insane over my art as I do for others. And having a piece exactly to my tastes that I can't stop staring at is another benefit. And I just can't stop. Please, please help, please, please. Once you've identified it, let that guide you. You like the process? Then do more and go all out with detail and just have fun with it. You do it for the likes? Follow popular trends. Although playing for likes is a dangerous game. We'll get to that. You like having something pretty to look at? Be as self-indulgent as you want. Once you know why you like it, you'll be less likely to give up. An added bonus, identify what exactly you like about the process and maximize your strong suits. Don't like line art? Do a lineless style. Don't like sketching? Trace 3D models. If you don't know what you enjoy and what you need to do to improve, learning will feel like an endless trudge. And confidence is not tied to learning and skill, but seeing your skills grow will help. Having a goal to aim for and watching yourself slowly achieve it can be motivating. Just make sure it's not a big goal or it will feel daunting. Slowly work yourself up there. What helps me most personally is imagining how an outsider would view my art. Realistically. And probably not on Reddit. I'm sure we all know of someone who posts literal masterpieces with captions like, "Nah, don't like it much." That could be you. Look at your favourite artists and look for mistakes. Maybe you'll find one. Maybe you won't. But I promise you, there are mistakes. I'll give an example. I'm obviously not going to show the artist. There's someone I follow that does these gorgeous detailed illustrations that sell for hundreds, maybe even thousands of dollars. My critique? Although tons of detail is obviously their style and it's the main reason I love their work, it's not balanced very well. Every single pixel is detailed so your eye doesn't have anywhere to rest and appreciate the piece. At best, it makes you feel tired looking at it. At worst, it can be hard to read. Often, you won't even see these tiny mistakes when you're quickly scrolling past. I'm a big advocate of not worrying about hands. Nobody looks at the hands. If the hands are not a central focus, nobody notices. I once saw an art that had the word hands instead of hands, and I genuinely didn't notice until they pointed it out in the caption. Do not put your mistakes in the caption. I know it's hard. As an example, here's a piece I finished a while ago. I drew this in a day for a deadline, so some mistakes got through. In fact, one really big annoying one that ruins the whole piece for me got through. Did you see it? Maybe you did. Maybe you didn't. My friend, when specifically told to look for a mistake, didn't. So why would anyone with TikTok brain scrolling Instagram notice? Also, the corporations trying to mold your attention span into wanting to see more and more and not stopping on one post to stare too long so they can keep scrolling, pass over more and more ads to make the companies more and more money, has some benefits. Most will probably get a quick glimpse, move on, and forget about it forever. Not many people are going to stop and stare for all that long. They never even saw that you forgot to render a shoe. Everybody say, "Thank you, corporations!" This is probably the most common advice given to artists without confidence, and that's for good reason. Wow, you made a real piece of shit, didn't you? How'd you fuck that one up so badly? Not even a child. Ugh. You probably have improved. Don't go back a few months looking for improvement. It could be so subtle you don't even notice. Remember, art isn't a steady increase in skill. You won't be going up all the time, but you're certainly higher than you were before. Drawing quick 30 minutes to an hour drawings often will not only teach you to draw quicker and is great for studying, if you stress over every tiny detail, you are going to hate your piece. But if you practice drawing quickly and focusing on the basics, you'll realize that tiny details aren't as important as you thought. Likes do not determine your skill. I know you've probably seen someone say, "Oh, growing your account is easy. You just need to improve your art." I have proof that engagement is not tied to skill. It's frustrating that no one really sees my work anymore, but I'm glad I have this experience. It's hard proof of my point. I hope sharing it helps you feel that way too. Here's some of my old art, and how many likes it got. Here, I'll show you a few. And I'm not just cherry picking, I just went through my account and picked random ones. If I remember correctly, I think my average likes are around 20. That's just from memory, but it doesn't look too far off based on these examples. Now, here's my art now. Don't take this as me complaining or anything. Well, I am a little. It is frustrating sometimes. But I know the problem isn't me. I have proof. I know objectively my art is better than it was in 2017. You will always have something you wish you did better. Take the time to study your art. What do you like? What do you need to work on? After that, make a checklist of your findings. Also, I put together a little worksheet to go along with this video. Put it on Patreon for free. You don't need an account. I think that's just what I'm going to use my Patreon for. Just random resources that I decided would be kind of fun to go alongside videos. Are you not happy with your background? Do some background studies. The nose looks off? Find a good reference and study it. Remember, studying art can be better than studying real life if that's what you're going for. You don't have to figure out how to translate everything into your style or into your favorite colors. Someone else may have already done that. Your colors aren't how you imagined? Learn color theory and color pick from paintings you like. Another bonus, listing the things you like will help your confidence. Don't stop practicing them. You won't have perfect eyes in every painting. Don't crash out over it. It happens. Remember that mistakes aren't failures. They're building blocks to elevate your skill. If you bake a cake and realize you use too much flour, next time you'll just use less flour. And you'll keep making little tweaks until you have a worthy cake. Go fix that farm. Remember, even your idols feel like this. You will keep going unless you realize art just isn't for you. Whatever the outcome, just don't become a fucking AI pro.
The bread to my rock, the flint